How did your interrogation go, sir? Officer, it's only 2:30. Why are you here? You're supposed to be out till 4. It's only 2:30. Some of them seem to be pretending to do paperwork.
The public are furious with the Toronto Police right now.
And it's costing the city $6 million a year.
Okay, that's debatable.
The first person to be there is, law enforcement to ticket you, and the prices are insane on them.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in North Toronto. And folks, I'm at the Parking Enforcement Central Headquarters, literally the scene of the crime. But here's the twist. The criminals are members of law enforcement. What am I talking about? Well, we were tipped off that the parking enforcement officers who are supposed to put in a full 10-hour shift each day are cutting that shift short by at least 2 hours. This is called time theft. And what this adds up to in terms of treasury theft from the city of Toronto is almost $6 million per year. We documented this last week. Here, check out the video evidence. You're supposed to put a 10-hour shift in.
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm not done yet.
It's just 2 o'clock.
I'm not done yet.
Well, if you're not done yet, why are you here?
Maybe use the washroom.
Oh, really? There's no other washrooms?
This is my area. This is where I patrol. This is where I'm assigned.
Okay, so you're going to go in, use the washroom, and then you're going to get back in and put in 2 hours work?
Yes.
How come you're off duty already? Shouldn't you be out there till 4 o'clock?
Reach out to the communications. Corporate communications?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, they don't reach back to us. It's their policy not to.
No comment, sir.
Okay, then. So, folks, we caught the meter maids red-handed. We caught them with their proverbial hands in the cookie jar. And what happened? Well, our insiders told us information that I think is absolutely staggering. First of all, the Toronto Police, as a result of our presence and our video, have had no fewer than 6 emergency meetings. That's interesting. What was the nature of those meetings? Was it to read the Riot Act? Was it to tell the parking enforcement officers, you're being paid for 10 hours, put in 10 hours? Oh, no. The focus of those meetings was to find out who our source was. What's more, we've been told everybody that was on the morning shift last week when we came here were interrogated. And again, they're not getting interrogated as to why are you robbing the Toronto taxpayer. They're getting interrogated in terms of, were you the snitch? Did you tell Rebel News? It's incredible, folks. There are some 400 parking enforcement officers in Toronto, not just at this headquarters, but at Parking East and Parking West. It could have been anyone. By the way, spoiler alert, it's nobody currently on staff, okay? Who is running the interrogation unit at the Toronto Police Service? It sounds less like Sherlock Holmes and a lot more like Inspector Clouseau. What's more, I have been told, just carry on business as usual. Now, to me, this is an astonishing failure in terms of damage control and public relations management. You would think that once outed, at least in the short term, they would behave themselves. But we've been told, nope, it is business as usual. It is right now 1:45. So in about 15-20 minutes, that's when we can expect all the worker bees to return to the hive. Again, 2 hours earlier than they should be, because a full shift is 4 o'clock. They shouldn't be getting here any sooner than 3:45, the 15 minutes to park the car, change into their civvies, and leave. Hey folks, can you do me a favor? If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to Rebel News. Also, hit the notification bell. That way you will never miss another Rebel News video. We don't accept a single nickel from the Mark Carney mainstream media slush fund. Go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation. What is the cherry on this sordid Sunday? Folks, you're not going to believe this. The police, according to our sources, are now looking at moving Toronto Parking Enforcement Central Headquarters. You see, the East Division and the West Division have gated entrances, meaning pesky journalists like yours truly can't just waltz in and ask impolite questions. But as you can see, the fatal flaw in this setup is there is public parking. If they go through with this cockamamie idea, that is going to be added millions of dollars that they're going to drain from the city to have a gated facility, not to protect their vehicles from vandals, but to protect their officers from impolite questions. It's absolutely staggering. And by the way, I got to tell you, they already didn't like the fact that we're here. A security guard that we encountered last week, he came rushing up to us as soon as Lincoln and I parked our cars, and of course paid for parking. We don't want to get a parking ticket after all. And here's how that encounter went.
You're not going to gain anything by coming here again and speaking to the officer. I will not allow you to speak to the officers again.
Why?
Because their official policy is not to, comment on this thing. Okay, I think you're wasting your time, sir.
Their official policy is to put in a full 10-hour shift, sir, and they're not. And it's costing the city $6 million a year.
Okay, that's debatable. I don't know that information.
No, it's not debatable.
I want you to leave the property, okay? Simple as
Well,
that.
I'll tell you what, for now, we'll go on to the sidewalk.
Yeah, you're not allowed
And
what you're doing here, actually
Yeah.
filming on property without consent from the property owners. It's illegal, so you can go.
no,
over
you're
there.
wrong about that, actually. But anyways, we'll go onto the sidewalk, if that's okay. I should tell you, I've reached out to the gatekeepers. I reached out to Shelley Carroll. She's a Toronto City Councillor who is also the chair of the Toronto Police Services Board. And I asked her, what are you going to do about this? Why are you allowing this time theft to continue? I've sent her 2 emails. I haven't even had my emails acknowledged. So I reached out to the City of Toronto. A spokeswoman there did get back to me yesterday. She said because it's a Toronto police matter, you're not going to believe this, reach out to the Toronto police. Yeah, isn't that kind of like reaching out to the Godfather to complain about the mafia running wild in the neighborhood? Besides, it's a catch-22, I'm afraid. Toronto police, by policy, will not communicate with Rebel News.
Well, that's the way the Toronto Police is. They deflect instead of taking responsibility, and that's the way it's always been. And from what I've seen when I was a police officer during my 24 years there, the public are furious with the Toronto Police right now. Everything that's been going on with Project South, now they're having the Toronto Drug Squad being investigated now by the Law Enforcement Complaints Agency. It never ends, David.
Okay, folks, as you can see, it's 2:05. They should be coming back here, but you know what? I kind of smell a rat. Actually, 2 of them. There have been 2 security guards, our familiar bald fellow and somebody else. They've been on their phone for several minutes. I might be wrong, but do you think maybe they're putting out a bulletin that the journalists are back, Rebel News is here, maybe, put in a full shift today, at least today. Folks, it's precisely 2:29, and we have our first arrival. Hey, how come you're back so early? Officer, it's only 2:30. Why are you here? It's only 2:30, officer. Hey, officer, why are you back so early? Hi, officer, it's only 2:30. Hey, officer, it's only 2:30. Why are you back so early? Why are you back so early, officer? Hey, officer, how come you're back so early? You're supposed to be out on the road till 4.
I'm supposed to tell you anything.
Oh, why is that? Okay.
Yeah.
How did your interrogation go, sir?
Sorry, I cannot tell you anything.
No? Okay, then.
Communications.
Oh, they don't communicate with us.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. It's their formal policy.
Have a good day.
You too. Have a
day,
good day, sir. Okay, then. They're frozen. They're in their vehicles. Some of them seem to be pretending to do paperwork. Hi, officer. How come you're back so early? You're supposed to be on the road till 4. No? How about yourself, officer? How come you're back so early? You're supposed to be out till 4, aren't you? How did your interrogation go? We heard the headquarters might move to a gated lot. Is that true? Wow. They're all so tongue-tied. They're not like that when they're giving you a parking ticket. How about yourself, sir? You're supposed to be out till 4. It's only 2:30. Is English your first language?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So can you answer me that question? This time theft is costing the Toronto taxpayer $6 million a year almost.
I have no comment.
But officer, it's a fair question. If you're a member of law enforcement, shouldn't you be setting a good example
I believe that's what I'm doing.
by booking off an hour and a half early? I'm actually paid for parking.
Yes, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
But officer, sir, why are they coming back an hour and a half early?
I have no idea. I don't keep track of their hours.
We are.
Okay, that's good for you.
Okay.
Okay.
But you have skin in the game. You're a taxpayer, as we are. Officer, why are you back so soon? As a meter maid, aren't you supposed to be setting a good example, ma'am? You're supposed to be out till 4, sir.
Speak to corporate communications, please.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't speak to us. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm David Menzies with Rebel News.
You need to be off this private property.
And you are?
You need to be off here.
Are you a security guard?
I will call.
You're going to call the police. 2 just walk right past you.
You're not police.
Yes, sir. So we're just wondering why you officers who are supposed to be on the road till 4 are coming back 2 hours, or in today's case, an hour and a half early.
Well, if you want any more info about that, you can contact 40 College. Okay?
Oh,
Have a good
corporate communications? No, they don't talk to us, sir. Well, folks, as Lincoln Jay's footage on his camera showed you, and as Jay Bannister's footage via the drone showed you, yeah, the cats came back not 2 hours early, but an hour and a half early. I mean, can you imagine? This was their scheme. This was their caper. We're going to fool Rebel News by not coming back at 2. We're going to come back at 2:30 and just cheat the taxpayer out of an hour and a half as opposed to 2 hours.
It's very hypocritical. You know, it's kind of the oldest story in Toronto. I see people coming out to a parking lot. They'd be 5 minutes over their ticket, and the first person to be there is, you know, law enforcement to ticket you, and the prices are insane on them.
It is business as usual. Well, sort of. They put out an extra half hour today, and I think that was only because they were tipped off that we were here. And you know, folks, what a flawed strategy. They thought they were going to give us the slip by not coming back at 2, but at 2:30. They thought, I guess, in that ensuing half hour, we'd get bored and leave. No, we were here for the whole day if need be. And you know, it's downright scandalous. And I think of one of the great granddaddies of political scandals. It was Watergate going back to the early 70s. And you know, observers said about Watergate, it wasn't the crime, it was the cover-up. Well, you know what, folks? In this case, when it comes to this time theft scandal, it's both the crime and the cover-up. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies.